And Heather, it was nice to see you again this Saturday. And you okay? I mean, you had a good week.
What kind of question is that? You didn't ask me to have a good week in 2026.
That's an empathic question. I really genuinely want to know how your week was.
I think it's begging the question. You have
Hey everybody, thanks for being here.
No.
Hope all you guys are doing good out there. Happy Saturday morning.
Heather, I really want to know, how was your week?
My week was decent. My kid was homesick with a cold, so there's that. The news is terrific, so there's that.
Sorry about coughing in advance.
Civic action, we're making
Getting better mics
interesting videos
Monday or
doing well
Tuesday.
and studying the digital world of it all, so that gives me hope that we're able to break through and be, it's like puzzling. But I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. I mean, I'm not good. There's a difference between micro and macro. Some people are saying, on the micro level, that is my little world of myself, my family, my friends. I'm okay. But most conversations continue to be dominated by the orange monster and what he's
Biggest domestic terrorist in American history.
He's less orange than he used to be, by the way.
He's white orange.
He's whiter. He's a paler, he's an anemic orange.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
He's running through that tax money, that's
What
why.
talk about today?
What are we going to talk about? I'm careful with what I want to talk about. So I think we have to discuss, why is Trump trapped in Iran?
He is trapped. He is absolutely trapped.
Yes, sir. I literally just told my dad this last night. There is no way they can backtrack this war.
And then what Trump is up to.
They are stuck in it. It is theirs.
Overtly sneaky. And then we will have the co-founder of Indivisible, Leah, to talk to us about No Kings.
Leah Greenberg.
Yes.
That's very exciting. Indivisible is the lead organization on this No Kings Day.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Next Saturday.
We need to be doing this every single day. Doing it on a Saturday is not going to do
Look forward to
anything.
that. So,
Trump and his
more
regime
ground
laugh at
troops
that.
being sent to Iran, Trump being
Trump is
Trumpian.
setting 2,200 Marines is the
Yesterday.
latest.
Yep.
I mean, what are they going to do? Trump
No new
is
wars.
not committing ground troops to Iran. That would be a huge risk. Maybe he's willing to take it. I don't know. I mean, the point is that this is Trump's war, Heather. This is not your war. It's not my war. And this is the first war I know of where the American people are not only opposed, they've never been consulted. Congress has never been consulted. I mean, this is Trump on his own doing all of this violence, this damage with Pete Hegseth.
AKA wipes his ass with the Constitution every single
On his
day.
own in that sense, but with his co-host, Benjamin Netanyahu,
Yeah.
leave him out.
No, these two, and the two are playing each other. I mean, Netanyahu's getting ahead of Trump, and then Trump moves ahead of Netanyahu, and Netanyahu bombs some of the fuel facilities, and the oil fields, and the infrastructure in Iran, and then what? Did you notice Trump says, no, don't do that, don't do that? I mean, it's we're in a really destructive and dangerous cycle.
It's a dangerous cycle. I mean, on the one hand, it's so scary watching him being so ridiculous and so nasty to our allies.
Thank you for the like, I really
and
appreciate
so
it.
dismissive, and then begging them for help, and then dissing them again. So that cycle, but it does make me feel like he's just trapped. And
He is trapped. I think that's exactly what
They
he's
are
trapped in Iran. Partly, I think because when he makes decisions, he doesn't get any input from anybody other than sycophants who are just basically.
His first term, he at least had somebody with credentials on his shoulders telling him, no, you can't do that. But this time, there is nobody stopping him,
Nobody evidently said to him,
including we the people.
could be a real bottleneck.
We let all this
It's
happen.
easy for Iran to.
This country doesn't run without you and me.
Why didn't he know? Why didn't he know? There doesn't seem to be any evidence that he knew that.
He knows nothing about international diplomacy.
He knew about the Strait.
Strategy.
He knew they would take the Strait hostage.
Iran is playing a very interesting and, to some extent, successful game of asymmetric warfare. By that I mean that what Iran's goal here is to keep the political and economic pressure on Trump and on Israel as long as it possibly can, with the cheapest possible drones and also sea mines, or the threat of sea mines in the Strait of Hormuz, and going after the oil and gas infrastructure, and even going after the Amazon data centers around the Gulf. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, who would have thought that those Amazon
Yes, sir.
data centers would be targets for Iran drones? But of course they are, because Iran is playing this kind of horizontal strategy. Instead of worrying about the air drops of bombs, Iran is basically looking for the weaknesses in the supply chains.
Oh yeah, they're so strategic and nimble, and it's exactly what
ma'am.
Trump is not. I mean, he's just like a big,
Yes, ma'am.
Godzilla going through city with his
and
orange hands.
Exactly.
Another guts.
Ruins everything he touches.
Not thinking, these people are they're not strategic, and all they are thinking about is belligerence.
Well, and also money, because they do need just
Oh, yeah. Money is
200
number
million
one.
more to keep up this fight.
Oh, I thought you-
Sorry. Thank you for those likes. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Family. And,
That too.
I mean, that's going on, of course.
Yeah, but really truly, so they are saying we need so much more money to keep doing this thing that we have not told you the objective for. We have objectives, plural. We have not told you the timeline on. And they want $200 billion additional.
This is on top of $1 trillion for the defense budget. I think Congress.
They literally just added $1 trillion over a month or two.
But I think
They've added trillions since January 20th.
We could be spending this
2025.
money in the United States.
This country's so far into debt, it's not even
That
funny.
people here have, instead of on
Billions of dollars spent on lobsters.
Yeah, for example, early childhood education, estimates say 150 billion to 190 billion for everyone. I mean, there's so many
Let's
examples.
stop, pause on that for, that's huge. I mean, in other words, for the cost, not of the military budget we've already established, that $1 trillion, but for the what Congress and the administration are now prepared to provide the military in addition to the $1 trillion, that $200 billion, we could have universal childhood pre-K education in this country. I mean, it's mind-blowing.
All right, and looking at outcomes and outputs and what we actually want for this country and what will lead us to where we want to go. There's one clear winner. I'm loving your Substacks these days. So yesterday you were explaining to us about this asymmetric war strategy, and you cited a couple other Substacks, and you put it together well, and I appreciated it. But I really liked the one where Trump is alone. That was such a good, and you had him standing on that ionic column, one of your cartoons.
Well,
And you apologized to people, our allies, right?
Well, I think that this is a war, let's be clear. Only 26, 27, 28% of Americans are supportive of this war, and the support keeps on
Even
growing.
that is fucking crazy.
When Trump gets angry and is just
How in the hell can you sit there and say
and you
no new wars and sit there and bitch at fucking Joe for 4 years? And then this motherfucker flies a bomb over there, kills the fucking president. They're okay with it.
Who needs you? Well, I think it's very important for the majority of Americans to be understood by the rest of the world, by our friends, by our allies, as being not part of this Trump war machine. Because we aren't. And we do need them. We need them in countless ways. We need them to fight climate change. We need them to fight the next pandemic. We need them to help us fight global poverty and hunger. We need them in all sorts of ways. We are not a separate unit. We can't reject the rest of the world. Heather, I'm old enough to remember the end of the Second World War. I was born just after the end of the Second World War. And that was a time in which America understood that the way in which you create strength against tyrants around the world, and the way in which you actually embrace the things that the world needs, is you do it through collaboration with the rest of the world. You do it through NATO, you do it through international rules, the United Nations, the ways in which
Cooperation.
Cooperation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It is, but watching all these other countries be so steady and so calm, every voice I see on the news that just is sane and rational and says, we are not interested in joining a war we didn't know about, and we won't be doing it at this time. I mean, it's just so refreshing compared to our guy on his plane shouting at people and, looking at our allies in the face and being so dismissive. I mean,
He hangs on that
Japan.
frame door in that
It's
plane
all right,
like a
surprise, you know
goddamn
what,
teenager hanging outside his room getting yelled at by his mother. It's fucking ridiculous. This is the president of the United
Be
States.
amazed.
The
I don't know why I'm
fuck?
still amazed. We've had almost 10 years of this before.
11 years.
Still there.
2015.
Second
It's gotta
term.
end at some point.
Fucking, this
Even
is
if
not
you ran third term,
normal.
there would still be an end. There is gonna be a reckoning. I mean, I keep
Well,
thinking
there is a
about,
reckoning. The reckoning is happening in terms of the midterms and the economy right now.
You think
Average
Dipshit Donald
working
Duck is gonna give a fuck about election results?
Gas
Fuck
prices
no.
are already, after 3 weeks of this war, $1 higher per gallon
Yes,
than they were
sir.
3 weeks ago.
I know.
For average working people, this is a big deal. And if you're a billionaire, you wouldn't even see it. If you're a multi-millionaire, you wouldn't see it. But if you were an average working people, a person, that adds up. That's big money.
But is the recession gonna happen? I mean, we keep looking, oil goes up and then it comes down a little bit and he might do something, we don't know, and
Oil is up. It hit this week something in the
Well, thank you for that like. I really appreciate it. I really do.
$19 a barrel before it came down to $111. But
Somebody stubs their toes overseas, the fucking gas prices go up.
means the gas.
It's all
going to
bullshit.
continue to increase at the gas pumps. But it's not just gas. It's
States
also
can do away with
everything
gas
that
tax,
needs
but they
oil.
don't.
I mean, food.
Gas and oil companies can lower their prices, but they don't. American gas and oil companies can lower their prices, but they don't. That's fucking oligarchy.
Almost impossible cost right now. Heather, do you take a look? This week it was announced.
We the people run this motherfucker.
That the defaults on student loans.
You know, your country isn't running. You have nothing to corrupt.
Loans right now. Mortgage rates.
We the fucking people have the power.
They've been in 3 months and continue to go up. Average working people are having very hard times dealing right now with the cost of living.
But this is the reckoning you talked about, and there was that clip, we should look at it, that was a Trump supporter at a gas tank.
If you could say something to President Trump and say to hear you right now, what would it be?
You're a worthless pile of
And you voted for him how many times?
3 times. That was my bad. Apparently I'm an idiot.
Right, so there she
You
is.
think that's all you fucking have to say?
Every former Trump supporter is like this one. Stay like
3? No fucking way, dude. I stopped spoon feeding Trader MAGA when they fucking asked me to get on my knees and spoon feed them facts, pictures, videos. Get the fuck out of here. After January 6th, you're a fucking traitor.
Prices are going to stay up. The 2 reasons Donald Trump was elected was number 1, to bring prices down.
Exactly.
To avoid foreign entitlements, and also to do something about immigration. Well,
It's so sassy, it's so great. I know someone who says, who's the idiot here? Me. Forget it, I'm not doing it again.
Don't forget, no
We'll see,
new
but
wars,
it's-
Mr.
that's
Fucking no new
super- And the
wars.
polls say
oh, the polls are terrible. I mean, his
people are
polls.
mad about how he's handling the economy. But is there gonna be a recession, stagflation? When do we know?
Well, we are absolutely on the verge of this combination, this unbelievably awful combination of the economy slowing. I mean, almost no new.
I think we're headed for a big ass crash.
All people understand.
Especially
that
with crypto
because they are
fucking
locked
bullshit
into
fucking
their
with
current
the
jobs. They don't have
system.
choices about where to go, which means
People can move money to different places without being identified. You can move money anonymously. You can move money to fucking terrorist organizations if you want to. It's fucking ridiculous. Nobody watches that shit, especially with dipshit Donald Duck and regime in there. They're not fucking protecting us.
Doesn't want to cause even more of a
Bullshit.
recession potential. It's not going to lower interest rates because it doesn't want to cause even more inflation. So the Fed is in a complete bind.
But so we know Trump is smart, right?
But
He's
the
not a
Fed is
fool.
holding his
I mean,
fucking
you
ground.
call
I think
him
he's a fool. I think
Okay, but.
Can I go on record?
Okay, you can say that. What I think is, I think he's pretty savvy at some things in the world. And I think manipulation, he gets like a real A in. I'm sorry, but I think he does. And also,
Manipulation. Okay.
he gets an A in manipulation. But
Oh yeah.
he's paying attention. He doesn't like it when the economy doesn't do well for his own pocketbooks. But even though it is doing well for him.
The stock market is in a dive. I mean,
But he knows this is bad for elections, this makes him look bad, so, and it's
That's what
not
I'm
a
saying.
linear,
He's
but we've
not
had
gonna
FC,
care about election results.
insanity and complacency.
Trump and regime are
And then we
going
have Iran,
fucking
which is a
absolutely
big
nowhere
distraction. But now,
unless physically
he's trying to
removed.
get the SAVE Act through. What is he doing around the midterms? I mean, he knows that this could bite him in the ass and that Republicans are in trouble. So it's scary what he's doing.
Well, I think there are several strategies.
He's got control of everything. He's not gonna care.
One is the Save America Act.
I'm sorry, the Save His Ass Act?
The Save His Ass Act.
Exactly.
And that Save America, Save His Ass Act is being debated, was being debated this week in the Senate, and to get the number of Republican votes he needs, he's got to get rid of the filibuster, because it couldn't possibly work. The Democrats are almost uniformly against this. So he's been telling the Republicans to end the filibuster. But a lot of Republicans, you're not going to get 51 Republican senators to end the filibuster because they think to themselves, look, there's a possibility that we may be in a minority someday, and if we end the filibuster, that means Democrats can do whatever they want. So that's what he's pushing. That's
Right.
what he's pushing. And number two, beyond the Save America Act, which again, I don't think is gonna happen because the filibuster is gonna be there, but he's also making noises about using agents of ICE and Border Patrol and having them appear in ballot boxes. Heather, this is what worries me, frankly, a great deal, because that would intimidate.
Yep,
a
voter
lot of
intimidation
people who are
101.
illegally. I mean,
I know.
remember, there's no evidence that there have been anything more than a trivial number of people voting illegally who should not vote. I mean,
Yeah.
there's, but if he puts people, if he stations ICE agents at voting places, a lot of people who are here legally and could vote legally are gonna be scared off.
And part
And
of the
he knows
Save
that.
America Act is the identification issue, right? Get your birth certificate,
Yeah, and that's right.
get your passport.
And how many people can actually locate their birth certificates? A lot of people don't have passports. That would disenfranchise 21 million Americans.
So we have, I
Mostly,
mean, this is a
That is
combined strategy,
exactly
right?
what
Yeah, mostly Dems. So we have the same exact
100%
fact. Then we have
of Trader
this
MAGA
whole
doesn't
thing about ICE
understand.
agents at the polls.
You will
Masks,
not be able to
all
use
that.
your fucking ID or driver's license. You will have to go to your fucking house and get your goddamn birth certificate to vote.
Voting apparatus, voting booths.
I have mine.
Election.
I still have that picture of her in Atlanta in my head, remember that?
And my social security card.
In Fulton County.
So what was she doing in Fulton? We still don't know why she was in Fulton County.
We
Now,
will.
she is saying that there is a serious danger of our election system
I
being
unregistered to vote.
distorted by foreign
Fuck that
power,
shit.
and that's why she's.
Assholes. After the 24 elections, I unregistered to
There's
vote,
no evidence of that.
and
she's using that as a.
they fucking, they already have enough of my information in there, so before dipshit fully took over, fucking I unregistered.
Are now trying to do.
I'm never voting again.
Plotting to do, and then you've got state Trumpers. Who
Felons are able to be
doing
elected,
what they
fucking,
did in 2020, 2021.
you're allowed to
They're
cheat.
trying to, they want ways to decertify.
Elon bought fucking Twitter to brainwash millions, and Joe
or
Rogan,
to,
Joe Rogan's dumbass was right under him, fucking brainwash
intimidate
millions,
election officials.
cheating.
Heather,
Hmm,
Donald Trump
Here,
did this, he tried all of this in 2020. We know that he has absolutely no respect for our election systems or for democratic institutions.
no.
And so we've kind of hardened all of our election systems. Some states are doing it. Democratic states are already doing it, but every urban area, every county, every state has got to actually make it less likely that he can distort our election system.
And then we gotta get, the party of non-voters have gotta come out.
The party of non-voters, independents, I mean, we've got to have in November the largest outpouring of people to vote and ideally against this administration that we've ever had in history.
The other thing that's so worrying too
They're
is.
not gonna care about
consolidation.
election
And it's always been
results.
worrying and, you know, it's been an issue that you've been talking about for years and years and years. But so we have the Ellisons who are taking over TikTok and a bunch of our streaming
Yeah,
apps that we all use.
They've already taken over CBS
They-
News, and they're on the verge.
a
of
Republican
taking over
cookhead
CNN.
fucking bought the Dominican
And then
Republican
Next-
fucking voting machines.
Nexstar and
Throw that in
TikTok
there.
Has just the FCC and Brendan Carr said, listen.
FCC,
you all go
TikTok,
ahead,
all
you
social
go
media,
ahead.
all
Fine,
organizations.
we're fine, you don't have to pay attention to the rules.
This is
We are
what
wasting so much fucking
dictator.
time.
I mean, you put somebody.
Every day we don't
at
act,
the
we are
FCC, the
fucking
Federal
wasting
Communications
time.
Commission, who doesn't give a fig about
You think
public
dipshit's
interest.
building that fucking ballroom because of a fucking
But this
Building
would
that-
represent 60% of
tore
the
the White House
local
apart because of a
TV
fucking
news
ballroom?
channels
Fuck no.
would be owned by
He's getting
one
that bunker
company.
ready.
And
That's
by the way,
so,
By the way, one of these two companies that is just merging, that he just approved the merger of, was responsible for
That's why I should
and
probably
ABC
fucking change my YouTube
removed
to
David
fucking
Kimmel.
dipshit Donald Duck's getting that
Still,
fucking
they were setting up war, but they
bunker
had
ready.
to, they had to turn around and allow him to come on. But remember, that these are local affiliates of national broadcasters, and these local affiliates have a great deal of power. And if you have a merger where 60% of the public is going to be essentially under the control of what these local affiliates say, then you're going to give Trump even more power.
But
And
here's
that's
the
what,
thing, we can continue to get the truth out, even in these conditions, and I think we have to. And this is where I think Trump and his cronies and his enablers have been so wise. I mean, it started with Fox News and The Apprentice. I mean, they get media.
Fox
They get the
Entertainment
power of
News.
media.
this is
They
the
get the
only
power to
thing
distort it.
I give Trump an A in, is media. I mean,
What
he
about
knows the media.
manipulation? I thought we gave him an A in manipulation too.
Well, you gave it an A in manipulation.
Oh, I see, okay.
didn't.
No,
I
it's
give
not
it an A in
that.
media.
Fucking
Because he understands
billionaires
his
own
entire
most of the
presidency
fucking
is based
news
on
organizations.
media, on television,
The
and
big name ones,
manipulating,
anyways.
this is your point, manipulating media.
And they
That's what he
fucking,
did.
that's why Kamala didn't get a whole lot of goddamn
But
coverage,
here's the
because the
thing, we keep talking
fucking
about this, there will be
billionaires
a reckoning. I
own
mean,
Wall
it's
Street Journal and all that bullshit.
anti-monopoly, right? Corporate power is not in the top 5 things that Dems are focusing on when they get the power back. It is so important across so many different audiences, so many different political parties. I mean, people, we do not want this obscene amount of corporate power. So this is gonna be an opportunity.
The good news is state attorneys general are challenging these mergers, like the segment Nexstar merger. They are going to court. They're saying this violates monopoly law, anti-monopoly law.
Yeah. Okay, so who else? I mean, we had these primaries this past week. It's been so interesting to see who's winning and also where the money is coming from.
Always follow the money.
Always follow the money. So these
Yes, sir.
PACs are coming in. So we had Illinois this week, and it's such an example. We had North Carolina the other week. But who are these big 3? There are 3,
Yeah, these are super PACs.
the big
One
super
big-
PACs that are trying
one
to
big
take
one
over.
One big one is crypto. Follow the money. Crypto wants no regulation on crypto. And crypto has a lot of money pouring it into Democratic primaries. And this is what these big PACs are doing. They want to go into Democratic primaries and they want to make sure that the candidates who are more likely to regulate crypto get wiped out.
Okay, crypto. Next,
Uh,
AI.
AI is becoming a huge political powerhouse, and it's like crypto. It doesn't want any regulation, so it's going in to these Democratic primaries and trying to basically attack the candidates who want to regulate AI.
And then APAC also has AI in it, but different.
APAC, which used to be and still is supposed to be the pro-Israel lobby, now is basically becoming a right-wing lobby for all kinds of right-wing causes. But here's another thing, Heather. Not only are these 3 big super PACs going into these Democratic primaries, they're disguised. Nobody knows they're there. They're under false labels, false pretenses. They come with they're calling themselves.
That's the goddamn problem.
AI or APAC or
Right, robots for democracy.
or they're coming with the United Democracy Project is what APAC
Oligarchy
calls itself. And
rules
You
government.
and I could just do a
Government
generator,
fucking
you know,
rules
it's like
us.
magnetic poetry. I'm really getting myself.
Fucking oligarchy.
But here's remember the elect
Rules all of us.
elect Chicago women.
Here's one, democracy is needed now. How's that one?
These are, you see, the public doesn't
It's very
know
scary.
who's behind this money.
Well, and then we find out afterwards, I mean, and it's been.
We do
interesting.
know,
Someone
it's
talking to
fucking
my 13-year-old
Bezos.
son
It's
about
fucking Musk.
elections and
It's
what's happening,
fucking
and he sees me watching
major
videos
corporations.
about it,
It's fucking
thinking
Wall
about
Street.
stuff before we, you know, I see
Every
this
single
popping up.
money hungry
And
piece
trying
of
to
shit
explain to him
is gonna
money
throw
in
money
politics
at that.
is so interesting. Maybe we do a show for middle schoolers to really get them up to speed. But he's like, but I don't understand because I'm voting. So I vote, and then what happens? And I'm like, well, you vote, but all of this information is going out to all these other people who then get confused about how to vote, or change their vote, or are not thinking.
The stupidity of people not even knowing the reason why they choose the Republican Party or Democrat Party. It's fucking ridiculous.
Through corporations and through individuals.
Do your own goddamn research.
Big money.
Make a fucking choice.
Our entire democracy. And we were honest.
It's about fucking right and wrong now. Goddamn, we're past fucking political fucking sides. Get the fuck out of here.
Real campaign finance.
You're either sane or you're a fucking psychopath, traitor, piece of shit mayor.
Good news in Illinois. Julianne Stratton actually will
There ain't
be
no
the
fucking
Democratic
third
nominee
direction.
for the Senate. And she's terrific. She's a progressive. She refused to take PAC money. She didn't take crypto money. She didn't take APAC money. She didn't take any artificial intelligence money.
Oh, shit, is he
And
talking
she did
about the
take
cat?
CRISPR money.
Did you see her campaign ad when they were saying F Trump? Oh, it's good. Now, so here's the thing. I don't want to get depressed. And I am so looking forward to No Kings, which is 1 week from today. And that protest, that gives me a feeling of
That's the problem.
solidarity. It gives me a feeling of power.
We don't need to be doing that shit on a Saturday.
And
You need to
go
be
out
doing that
and
shit
you
every
protest.
week.
Now, the way to
All
find
week.
where to go is to go to nokings.org.
Shut this
And
fucking country down.
you and I
Yes, let's just
decided
say that again. NoKings.org. This is where you can
nokings.org.
find.
I guess this is a fucking start.
Where your new No Kings demonstration is around your locality.
Yes,
Every
and so right
every
now
single
we have
issue
Leah,
in
who's
this
known for a
country,
decade, coming
we
on
the people
and
face
she's gonna
is
tell us
because
about
we
where
don't stand
Invisible
up.
is, what they've been up to, how tired she probably is from planning it all. She and Ezra, but this is going to be really exciting. Here is Leah Greenberg. Welcome to our coffee.
For everybody out there, Leah is co-founder and co-director of Indivisible, which is a very, very important organization. Great to see you, Leah.
So great to be here.
And so your other co-director is Ezra Levin, and he has been on this podcast. I wasn't here at that point.
Well, actually, Heather, Leah and I go back almost a decade. Is that right, Leah? We came to office in 2016, 2017.
2017, right when the Indivisible Guide was just getting started, we were taking off around the country.
Yeah. You were talking, that's right, you were talking about this organization that
Mhm.
you were launching called Indivisible.
That's right.
And I was skeptical but hopeful.
Well, we did not know what we were doing at that point. We were swept up in the moment. We were trying to figure it out. We're grateful to everyone who was patient with us in that time because it took us a little while, but I think we're all in business now.
So terrific. And that's such an example of how things get started, right? You don't start perfectly off with a perfect launch, and you go around and you get input. So the next No Kings peaceful protest is coming up 1 week from today. That will be March 28th. What are you looking for? How will you see it as successful? What are you hoping for?
Well, we're looking for more people in more places, first of all. We know we've already got more places. We have over 3,000 events currently registered across the country. When
Hell yeah.
almost every single congressional district, almost every county in the country, we are looking at an extraordinary level of coverage, even in really red and rural areas where people are coming out collectively appalled by what is going on. But it's also not just about the day of and the showing, it's about how many of the people who come out from one of these events we move into ongoing activism, engagement, the ongoing work of resistance. And so
Okay,
for
this
us,
is very.
Yeah, I'll be
this
out
is
there
very
somewhere,
important. I want to stress
on the
this,
28th.
Because some people come to me and they say, well, protest is fine, but we really need activism at this point in terms of changing
Exactly.
power structure. We need actions that are going to get out the vote 8 months from now in the midterms.
No, I'm not even talking about that.
Civil
Fuck that.
disobedience is going to
Voting
force the
got us here.
administration's hands, and
We have always been fucking working for our government. That's the fucking
no
problem.
King's protests.
Voting
and
doesn't
actual
work.
activism.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think
We
sometimes
especially
we
need to get rid of that goddamn electoral.
about this, right? Like protest or something else, as opposed to thinking of it as a cycle, right? Because when we have a no kings, what we see every time so far has been a lot of people come to maybe the first protest they have ever been to, and they get, they give their phone number to a local individual group
That's
or
good.
a
That's a start. That's a
immigrant
very
rights
good start.
organization. Instead of they're a volunteer, they've been invited to a meeting.
That's another thing also, I'm not
They're
saying
engaged, they're
fucking
working in real life
uh,
with other people here.
quit your job this goddamn second. I'm not
And
fucking
particularly
saying
things
that.
because of the extent of the geographic spread, what we see
It's a
in these moments
mass
is that
organized
someone
first.
raises their hand in a place that maybe has not ever had a progressive protest before to organize one of these. They get, they put out the bat signal in their town. 50 people show up, which is, more than anybody believed might actually
yeah.
be progressives in that area. And suddenly those 50 people are connected and they're organizing together. After every No Kings, we see a giant bunch of new people who got in just to go to a day of action, but suddenly they're engaged and they're figuring it out and they're building power on their turf wherever they are.
We are pals with W. Kamau Bell, and he's come on the podcast, and I remember he was saying, God, at one time we saw him before, I guess it was the June or the October, it was before the October No Kings protest, the last one. And he basically said, get out there, have your phones, there were so many community groups, and they all have QR codes. This is not just you isolated, this is you in community. That's what happens on the ground, is get ready to make connections. And I so appreciated that kind of call and framing. And I do find, so what do we say to people who say, oh, protests are for hippies, ugh, or it feels daunting, what am I gonna do?
That's the
I think
dumbest,
for
one of the
me,
dumbest fucking things I've ever heard.
It's the No Kings are incredible. We have children out there, we have people in outfits, we have
Heather, it's Berkeley.
that's what I'm saying. So here, but what do you say to people who say there's a bystander effect?
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to do that. I'm hoping other people will go to the protest and get the numbers up.
Yeah. Well, I say a couple things. First is that, we do strategically lean into fun, into joy, into bringing your kids, into costumes. That's actually an intentional choice, right?
Yeah, that
Because we
reminds
are
me, I love that
trying to
frog one.
normalize the sense that this is something that everybody does together. That it's not a
Give me a
subculture that's
fucking
just for
frog suit.
activists. It's actually an engaging on-ramp for a wide set of people who maybe have not seen themselves previously as protesting or as being politically involved. So I think the first piece is just,
We're way past that
lower
shit.
the barrier to entry here, say, come for an hour, see if you like it. Overwhelmingly what we find when people go is they report a sense of
You
belonging.
don't care about
and
what's going on right
happiness
now,
and
or fucking
you
care to
feel
know
like
about what's going on right now. You're
there's
a piece of
frustration
shit.
there. And so just trying to get people to try it out a little bit. A lot of times it's gonna work best.
Kids are fucking being killed every day on your
you say,
tax
come
dollar.
with me, I'm gonna be
You
here
better
at this
fucking
time.
start caring.
I'm getting a group together to go at this time, et cetera, so that it lowers again the sense of like intimidation collectively. I think it depends per person. But then the other thing I would lean into is, this is a moment in which it is fairly urgent that people understand the depth across the country, understand the depth of opposition to what this administration is doing, and particularly to the escalating war, right? Like we are in need of the kind of large, people-powered, broad-based protest in
Yes,
every corner
ma'am.
of the country that sends a real signal, particularly to Republicans. That
We
their
shouldn't even have
constituents are
fucking
not
let it
impacted
get
by this
here,
kind of
but we
horrifying
did.
escalation of the war in the Middle
Every
East.
day we
That
don't
actually
act, the
this
more
political
fucking
consequences for
dipshit
themselves
downs
as
up
it goes on.
in this
So
regime
this
get
is not
done.
it is not a single issue protest,
Only
but it is
dig
an
in.
event in which a lot of people take the temperature of exactly where the ground is, and it's really important that they see mass popular opposition in their home turf.
So it's not just progressives that you want to attract or we want to attract to No Kings. It's anybody who is concerned about the future of the country and thinks that this administration is ruining a lot of this country, what we stand for. So how do you communicate, or how do we communicate with people who are either Republicans who don't like Trump, or MAGA people, even MAGAs who really don't like the direction of the Trump administration?
Yeah.
They're welcome, aren't they?
I mean,
They are so fucking
everybody who
fractured
is
from
willing to
within,
fight
it's
for
not even
democracy
funny.
and our neighbors as well here. is the short version.
I'm talking
Like, this is not intended to be
dipshit
partisan,
MAGA
it is not
and
intended to be.
dipshit Donald Duck and regime, they are so fucking
is intended to be as
fractured
broad
from
a
within.
coalition as whoever is willing to be in it together with each other, right? Because fundamentally, we think the measure of how serious you are in this moment is that you are willing to build with people that you're gonna have real disagreements with. And when it comes to the fundamentals of pushing back against a would-be authoritarian who is threatening everything we hold dear.
We always talk about numbers, because the numbers.
He
are
flaunts
correct.
it.
Last no kidding.
He flaunts corruption. He literally fucking.
People turned out, which was unbelievable.
Oh, goddamn. This country breaks my fucking heart.
There is a research showing that if you get 3.5% of a population, even in a repressive.
Yep. We wouldn't even need half of our truckers to shut down. This goddamn country would buckle. What's dipshit Donald Duck gonna do?
How many do you need?
Come and arrest us all?
3.5%.
How much fucking manpower and money that would take? This country don't have that
Here's what I'd
shit.
say, we are building to 3.5%. We're gonna take a lot of steps to get there, and it is, we wanna hit above that 7 million. We are superstitious people, so we do not give a target above that, but we are anticipating a pretty extraordinary turnout across the country, continuing to build to that 11 million that we are ultimately gonna get to. And the thing that I think is important there is, that's not just about getting that many people out on one day. You know, I think that sometimes when we talk about the 3.5%, there can be this sense of like, if we get to 11 million, we fixed it, we're good. And I know you really think that, but the goal is to get that 11 million, not just out, but sustainably engaged in the kinds of resistance that is actually capable of changing the course of this country.
And you've had, so the numbers have been 3 million at the first
3
one,
million.
5 million, 7 million, and so it's fun to.
Hell yeah.
And so important.
That's a
to
good
watch it
start.
going up. I know that when I go to the No Kings and I go with
I'm
my
just
kid,
very
I wait
impatient.
for
I'm
kids
getting
and
tired of
then
waiting.
kids in the back.
We need to shut this
I
motherfucker
have a
down.
3 and a 5-year-old who are home from school today, so that is quite possible.
Oh, homesick or just they didn't have no school?
Just one of 8,000 different teacher training days
Yes,
that
they
I
need a lot of training when they forget to remind you that they need a lot of training. But yeah, so I go and I feel like there's a real sense of a dopamine hit. It's like, look at all these people. I'm not.
I always
alone.
love the joy in
Also,
Rob's
Berkeley,
face.
It's a lot of honking cars and celebratory and signs and people.
That
with
man
blow-up
is a
costumes.
hero.
And it's really, really motivational when you can get so down in the dumps, looking at, you know, with the algorithms getting into your eyeballs over and over again. There's something about in-person contact with other people, seeing strangers drive by and cheering you on, where you really feel buoyed. And that's one thing that it's so
Mental breaks are
it's been so
important,
important
but
during the first Trump administration.
the
and the
more
second
we
one.
waste time, the more people
Exactly right, and that is
die.
part of the theory of why we do this, right? Because fundamentally, if we are going to get out from this would-be authoritarian threat, you are gonna need to see millions and millions of people across this country doing things that the administration doesn't want them to do, or not doing things the administration wants
It's like
them
the
to do.
argument
And in
always
order for
is,
that kind of organic resistance to show
oh,
up
Joe's
in
gotta
the
go to work
institutions
because his
that
son's
we,
got
you know,
cancer.
just
Yeah,
like
that's
the country,
completely
you actually need to have
understandable.
people feel like they're part of something.
Not
So,
everybody
they
has a
have
kid
sense
with
of
cancer.
identity, that they're part of something
You can
bigger.
afford to
What
take a day
administrations
off.
can do is help people, you know, fill up their cup a little bit for the
Tell-
moment when they have to
fucking
raise
mass
their hand
organize.
at a meeting at their office.
Tell
and
your
say,
fucking
"Hey, I don't
work
think
you
we
got-
should be
you
going
want a
for
fucking
this
week off of
contract,"
work.
or when they need to go to a PTA.
We have the internet, we
say,
have
"What is my
tools.
school doing to
Mass
protect
organize,
people
shut
from
this fucking country
techniques
down, and
from
we
ice
keep
outside?"
getting paid for it.
Whenever there's 1,000 different acts of courage that we're asking people to
It's a
take on in
huge
their lives, and this
fight,
is a place where we
but-
say, look how powerful we are together.
Courage is the
Voting guys here.
And
What's
yet,
your
we
goddamn
do have
plan?
courage, indivisible chapters
Nothing is ever gonna
of courage.
change unless we
And
stand
let's
up.
hope America has enough courage, not only this coming Saturday, but also at the midterms and through the entire darkness that we are going, to rebuild this country from the ruins of the Trump regime. Thank you, Leah. Thank you for joining us.
Such a pleasure to be here.
She's doing incredible work.
She and Ezra, the whole team at Indivisible, and all of these local chapters, Heather, you know, I go around the country and people are fired up. Indivisible is really doing a major work at the grassroots of America, and it's important.
I know when we released the last class, the film, which by the way is coming to video on demand, you'll be able to see it on your home laptop.
Yeah, I feel guilty. I need to buy that.
Television soon. So many people said, I'm in my indivisible chapter. I'm the head of one. I'm part of one. I want to see this movie.
Rob
We're
is a
getting
really
out.
good
You're
source of
activities for us to stay motivated. It was
factual
amazing
information,
how
what's going on.
electric and prolific they were. I feel like
Man
they
is
were
a
all
hero right
doing
there.
so many things. So, you know what this week is?
Well, this week is not Groundhog Day week. It's not. It's the week leading up to New King's
True.
Day.
It's not spring break for us
It's
yet,
not
for
spring
my
break.
kiddo.
No.
4 years ago,
Oh, I know.
This
what you're
week.
saying.
finish my sentence.
It was. This is our anniversary.
This is our podcast. 4 years of copying like this.
Hell yeah.
I can't believe that either.
Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations. I feel better doing this with you. I think people are into it, you know, they're like, let's, you know.
Oh, look,
give them our
Oh, hell
folks
yeah, I
things
love
that
the coffee
we
clutch.
do.
And I've arranged for a wonderful present to be delivered to you
Oh,
on our 5th anniversary.
oh, wow. That's
Fucking
Thank you
Rob.
for remembering a year from now.
You've been
It's a lot.
a great partner in this endeavor.
We
And,
have a lot of endeavors, and this is, honestly, it's been such a good one. I'm so into it. We do a lot of coffee clutches. Can we just admit that?
Okay, well, let me end with.
That's okay, yeah.
A word. Let me end this with a word of thanks, Heather, on our anniversary, you, and everybody out there for bearing with us. But I also want to go back to the word courage, because I think that the most important thing to come out of the No King's Day demonstrations, to come out of our own connections and our own activism, is a deepening sense of our own power and the courage that comes with that power. And these are times that demand courage. I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again, because it's an extremely important point, and that is tyranny can only function when people give in to it. If we
Exactly.
don't give in to tyranny,
That also includes fucking going to work every goddamn day.
so
You're continuing
these
fueling
it's
dipshit
critical to give us
Donald
all
Duck.
a sense of courage. And that courage, in turn, is critical for us, even in terms of getting out the vote next fall, leading up to the midterms. Telling our friends, getting our family, getting
I don't like the
everybody
word
to know
vote.
to turn out. Because
Voting got
turnout
us here.
is essential. Courage is essential for everything that has happened so far.
I love you, Rob, but I hate the word vote.
Resisting this administration.
That's not part of
Courage is the
voting
essence
is not part of the plan.
The people of Minneapolis and St. Paul accomplished, and they did accomplish, I mean, at an extraordinary cost of human lives.
More people
So-
are gonna die.
Heather, while we celebrate our own 4th anniversary, let me also celebrate everybody out there for bearing up under these extraordinary and extraordinarily difficult times. To you and to your courage. See you next Saturday.